Dang. That's tough. I guess I want to drive it like Cam Young. Irons like Colin. Short game, probably Jordan. I'd put it like Sam. I think that'd be a good player.
Why do you think yourself for any of those?
They're just better than me at those. You said ideal.
Awesome. Thank you. How do you feel now, 48 hours from your latest victory?
Good. This is all crazy. But I feel good. I'm still a little tired. I got a little more sleep last night, but I am looking forward to. I think by tomorrow morning I'll feel great. But yeah, feel good. It's an awesome thing to happen before coming to do this. So yeah, dream come true. But it's just been, whether I won or lost, I was going to be really happy to be here. So it's been a great week already.
Yeah, I mean, do you feel like in some ways this is like, do you feel like this is crystallizing you arriving at the place you wanted to get to? I mean, you talked about wanting to be on the U.S. team. You talked about wanting to win, be a top 20 player. Now you're here. What is that like to experience?
Yeah, it's a bit eerie just because it took so long. It's interesting, like, you know, I turned pro the same time JT did, and we would play a lot of golf, you know, or compete against each other a lot, and he did it how, you know, he did it the linear way. So I've watched him play on all these teams so much, and for whatever reason, he's the one I felt the closest, kind of maybe envy, not in a bad way. Like I saw what could have been and what looked so fun and why we worked so hard, and mine took so long to happen. So now that I'm here, and it doesn't feel that crazy to be here, so that's good, but it does feel like, I guess, a crystallizing of how I would have pictured it when I was younger.
Is there any silver lining to experiencing it the way you did instead of the way he did?
No, I don't think so.
Out on the range today, you had like a little entourage come reach you, you know, everybody's saying, congratulations, happy for you, and HM, how's it going? Does that make this more fun to know you're coming off that win, coming into this situation on such a high?
Yeah, I guess it hasn't been ideal for preparation because, you know, I didn't. It was a pretty crazy Sunday night. Got in super late, but it was ideal in the sense that I wanted to make sure I came in here with my game feeling good and some confidence, and I do have that going for me. So yeah, all in all, I mean, if I was going to play the week prior to the President's Cup, I'd like to win it. So I did, fortunately. So that's good. But I just wanted to make sure that my game felt good, so I could just represent my country best I could and help these guys get as many points as we can.
Tough Sunday night, but it was nice to see Captain show up at the airport and be able to get you off the plane with the whole crew getting to you.
Yeah. I'm really glad, honestly, that they had cameras there because that was incredibly nice of him. He did not need to do that. It was like 2:30 in the morning, and he helped us with all our bags, showed us to our room. Like, he just did not need to do that. So that was very, very nice of him. I think it goes to show what type of guy he is. Obviously an amazing golfer, great captain, but very, very great human being. I think it's within the realm of possibility that either team could do that because it's possible. So. This is the most validating, I think, by a decent amount. Wins are great. I have never won a major where all of us play together. Every great player plays together. The Tiger pairing was amazing, but people choose that. This one, you can't really fake. So this one was cool. These team things are really hard to get on. Last year, I thought I played a really good 2 years, I guess a year and a half, and those last like 3 months I didn't play well. And I looked at the 12 guys that got picked, and I mean Sam Burns wasn't one of them because Scotty got it. That's crazy. I mean, this year Harris was hurt. That was like, Harris is an amazing golfer. So these things are hard to make. So this is definitely the most validating step for sure. I never texted him that, so don't let him do that. I made one joke on Twitter.
You talked about being how hard it is to be on this team. How special is this for you this week?
Yeah, I think it's important to voice how important it is to you, because I don't know. It's good to be honest about how you feel about this. Like, this isn't, I guess maybe it's because I'm older now, but this isn't just something you assume now is going to happen. It's very cool, especially like this whole this is the craziest thing I've ever seen, this media room. So, like, it's just all this stuff that you build up in your head. So I wanted to at least make sure people knew, like, this is what I want to happen. But yeah, it's been on my mind. It's my main goal for the season. And that's, like, the motivating thing. I always say when you get tired or it gets hot in Arizona, like, look at my phone, see President's Cup's the goal, and, like, there's your motivation. So it's been fun having this to chase, and then to finally be here, it feels a little bit surreal.
And being here at this particular golf course, you obviously had success here. Does that kind of carry over for a player, even though they've changed the routing of the course and 18's not 18 and that sort of thing? Does it even matter?
Yeah, I just think familiarity helps a lot, especially just considering yesterday, like, I was very tired and I didn't have to play very many of the holes. I don't really need to see a lot of the holes. It's a little weird being Bermuda, but I know what I hit on every hole. I know my lines. I know my misses. I know the leaves. So that's the benefit to me. I feel like I can, today and yesterday, don't need to grind the golf course. Is going to help me get a little bit of energy back by Wednesday, Thursday.
And how is you obviously had a pretty successful weekend.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that certainly is a boost for anybody's confidence coming in, but you kind of have to leave that aside. It's a different game this week.
Yeah, I'll be great by tomorrow. It's just weird, I go to sleep at 3 the first night and then wake up at 7. And then last night I got my first kind of full night's sleep, but it's West Coast to East Coast. So I still felt kind of odd today, but tomorrow, usually it takes me 2 days going west to east. So tomorrow I'll feel great. I'm very much looking forward to tomorrow morning.
You remember in that Sunday, what was it, 19?
Yeah.
There was the rain delay.
Yeah.
How many times have you come back and kind of replayed that day out and been like, man, if I didn't come back out after that rain delay and finish that off, like, what happens after that? Because everything kind of started to fall in order after that day. Yeah,
I guess I didn't think about it like that. But yeah, it was weird. I remember I didn't know what the scores were when we went into the rain delay, and I had 6 feet for par. And when we were walking back out, Joe told me we were at 3 or something like that, which almost shocked me. I thought, I assumed I was winning, but I didn't know if I was winning by that. I didn't think I was winning by that much, but I would have won I think I would have won the golf tournament regardless of what happened, as long as I didn't get struck by any of that lightning at that point. I was playing quite well, but it was cool that I had to go and do the rain delay and come back out and hit that putt, because that putt is something I've leaned on ever since that's happened, because that's the most nervous you could be. You sit there for 2 hours thinking about a 6-footer, and if you miss that, things could get going one way, and obviously you make it, and then it feels like it's just going to be a bit more of a cakewalk coming home. But yeah, that was a weird weekend. A lot of rain, playing with Rory. It was an odd couple of days. Yeah, that was. We still joke about that because when all jokes aside with Joel, I mean, he is one of my closest buddies and he's an amazing golfer. But that Sunday we had both never been in that spot, and we were walking. There was a big weight on the par 5 on 7, and it's Justin Rose and Rory and Pat Perez and all these guys. It was just like Duffner in my group, like all these guys who've won big golf tournaments and done great things. And as they're walking off the tee with their score, like Joel's playing well. I think he was playing with Pat. Pat was playing poorly. Justin and Rory walked by us and weren't doing anything good. And I'm like, is this really going to be me and Joel out of this crop of 8 amazing golfers? So that was kind of fun.
When you think of great upsets in sports history, what is your goal?
I mean, in golf, upsets, I guess Cavs coming down back from 3-1 against the Warriors. Lakers losing to the Pistons. Literally anytime the Dodgers lose in the last decade that I've had to watch. A lot of those. Maybe because I've never been on one of these, I cannot imagine being overly confident. We have all played golf for so long. Anytime we're home or in a practice round, I'm pretty sure every one of us plays a match. And one day of golf and match play it's difficult, and you have to play great. It doesn't matter who you're playing. I'm sure everybody is nervous and excited and preparing like we would for a normal golf tournament, or our regular golf tournament. So I truly can't imagine being overconfident. And the international team is great, and a lot is being made about this, the being the favorite or whatever. But golf is a very it doesn't really allow for that, and golf course setup and everything is a big deal. So they have a great team. We have a great team. I think it'll be a good golf tournament.
How do you like the golf course with the free round?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's so cool having 16 to 18, 15 to 18 really, but especially green mile 16 to 18 at the end of the tournament, like for the regular PGA events here. But for the match play, it was really cool that they're doing this because you want to play those holes. They're great golf holes. They're very hard. So I think that's going to be cool. It's a little awkward going from 8 now to 9, but it doesn't change much. I mean, as long as we're getting those exciting holes, this thing's about great competition and the fans, and you got to show those holes. So it's great that they did what they did.
Max, really important question. What time is it in your world right now?
What time is it? I think we're 1:40. My world is 1:40 right now. Yesterday I could have made up any number. Probably it was midnight for like 7 hours to me.
You've gotten some rest.
I'm getting there, yeah.
Getting back here to where it all started from a win standpoint for you, when you reflect back on what's happened the last 3 years to come to this point, what comes to mind?
Oh man, I think just a lot of hard work and belief from a lot of different people. I think that's what's been cool. It's not just me; it's a lot of people helping me and being as kind of obsessed with this journey as I am. So it's been it's a big team thing, and it's been really fun to look back on and appreciate what's gone on.
When you start winning on tour, I think most people will say, all right, well, when's he going to win a major? When's he going to get in a President's Cup? When's he going to get in a Ryder Cup? Are those thoughts that you're now having?
I guess, yeah. I mean, I'm confused as to why I haven't played better in the majors. But I'm glad that that's my concern and not why I'm not making cuts. So, yeah, I definitely think those are good thoughts, I guess, to have, and I'm early on in them. But yeah, that's it's definitely something. I think that's what's so cool about this game is you're always looking to get better, and there's always an area this game will show you that you're not very good at. Oh yeah, yeah, I'm still confused as to what happened, but yeah, what's so great about these things is like you come here when you go to a tour event and you're by yourself a lot and you are kind of on a high. It's more time to be on your phone. I've been very fortunate to have a lot of people congratulate me and text me. It's been great. But when I'm in this, I'm so happy to be around these guys that I'm not spending time reliving what happened. I get to hang out with Jordan and Scotty and Justin and Sam and all the guys, and so it kind of brings you back to what you should be doing is being in the present. So I'm still very happy at what happened on Sunday, but I'm very much engulfed in what we're doing. I am aware that it changed. Yeah, I like it. I think it's more like uniform now. Like it's just who are the best, based on the rankings, who gets points. There's no like flagship events anymore, which I think is probably appropriate. But I would say I don't know enough to tell you like the ins and outs of it, if it's ideal. But I from the crux that I've learned about it, I think it's good.
All right, that leads me to the question, because new golf is petitioning hard to get world ranking points. They sent a letter today to Peter Dawson. Simply, should they get world ranking points?
Yeah, I would think that's up to the OWGR. I don't think it's up to an opinion. I was thinking about this the other day. If us four went out, and we're four very good golfers, we went out to my home course and played. That's four great golfers. What if we got 48 of them came to my home club of Wisp Rock and we played a golf tournament that I put on? Do we immediately get world ranking points? I think that if the OWGR decides that they get world ranking points, that's great. I have no problem with them getting ranking points. To my eye, it seems like they should be getting world ranking points. But you can't just say we should get them. That's not, you can't just say that, as I read on Instagram, the number 1 and 2 best players in the world competed against each other. Great. That's just made up. So that's what the thing's for. I hope for them that it does go through and that they get world ranking points, because it does seem like it. 48 great golfers playing tournaments, week in and week out, to my eye, should get points. But there is criteria to that. Like, that's how the world works. Yeah, he was put in a weird spot. This is unprecedented. Usually this is everyone's main thought, each year, to make their team. So I can't imagine, the kind of ebbs and flows he's had to go through. But like I said, we saw their team. Their team's awesome. They're missing some names, obviously, that you would have expected to see if you started the year 2022 without knowing what was going to happen. But I'm sure he's done a great job. But yeah, I imagine it had to be a decent amount of like chaos on his end.
People associate you with fun, new golf energy. This is an awesome platform for that. How much are you looking forward to maximizing that on this stage, and what that can do for the sport and for maybe growing the fan base?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm the best at energy on the golf course. I've been referred to as more boring in real life, but I think of funny things. But yeah, I don't know if I don't ever feel like I have like the swag and the cool factor to run around the green like Tiger and do fist pumps. I think about it in my head and then I never do it and wave. But yeah, being here and just being associated with guys who are cool enough to do that kind of stuff is awesome. And I hope the game of golf always grows. I'm going to do my absolute best to always do that. But I just don't know if I'm. People say like the new young, like I'm 31. I'm one of the oldest ones out here. Just people didn't know who I was because I was terrible. So I'm finally like, people are always associated with like Will and Cam, and I'm considerably older than them. I'm like a touchdown older than them. So I'm just happy to be out here and do my best to be the average guy's golfer, I think. You're good.
Xander's kind of a guy in a similar vein where like there's not a lot of outward for us to kind of know or understand. How do you kind of describe Xander? What's unique or different about him? What kind of makes up?
Yeah, it's funny, in this game, you're supposed to be calm and even-keeled, and he's perfect at it, and then almost, in a way, gets like ridiculed for not being fun. But that's not, he's an amazing golfer, and he's a very fun, great guy, but that's how he plays golf, and I love his game, I love him, I love his demeanor. Like, it's amazing. Him and his caddy, Austin, are two of the best people out here, so it's really cool. It's really cool watching him do his thing, but it is a shame that it almost like deters from his notoriety. Not that he cares, but it is, you want your friends and those people who deserve it to get kind of the acclaim that they deserve, and he's an amazing player. If you watch enough golf, I'd say no, but if you're probably a common golfer that watches more so for the young energy, I guess, you're probably not going to know as much about him, but he's played really well in a lot of really, really big tournaments. a lot. They're two great people to just watch what they're doing. And they are two people, at least for me, maybe being around them, when they talk, I listen. And I think a lot of people feel that way. So just respecting guys, their work ethic, and their games is awesome. So they've been why? I just know them, and they're really good dudes, and I've watched them play golf, so anything they're doing, you would like to maybe be a sponge a little bit, take some from them. And then they've played on a lot of these, so that helps a lot. Like I remember on our Walker Cup team, Patrick Rogers had played, and it was nice having somebody on the team who had played in one of those. Nathan Smith had also, but having someone your age, I guess, like it was different because we have competed against each other since we were kids. So having these two, it helps a lot. Yeah, I think I've been kind of saying that it means a lot to represent your country and to be with these guys and all that. And I don't mean that lightly. Like, it means a lot. That wear the red, white, and blue is an honor. But there's some extra that comes with setting a goal, putting your head down, and accomplishing that goal. That to me is where I got the most kind of like, you get the goosebumps with the red, white, and blue, and you get that pride. But there's something about accomplishing something you want to do that it hits a little bit different. Yeah, I'll never get good at it. I hope I do something cool and somebody asks me what happened on so-and-so hole, because I will not know what hole it is. We tried to do it last night, and I just had to say the regular number 14. I played this course too many times to be able to renumber them in my head.
As the two captains built the starting five in basketball, and you were picked as one of the starting five. So
all right, good. Yeah. I'd be in the starting five. Yeah, I have no extra comment, but I'm on this 12. I'm definitely in the top 5. I would smoke Kevin Kisner all day, every day.
Last thing is, what was your AIM?
Oh man, that's not a good one. I had. Oh man, this is so embarrassing. It was I think it was next Tiger Woods 59. Yeah, so sick, dude. Met so many girls off that. Oh, that's, yeah. Well, at least you used your own name.
You talked about team dynamic. You allow yourself to look around and kind of feel like these are the good old days before the guys. Like, are you letting yourself enjoy all these guys' company, or is it just all business?
No, yeah, I'm totally enjoying their company. These are guys I really, really get along with. But it's just golf is so weird. You don't get to spend a lot of time. Like, I don't live in Florida, Arizona. Tony's there. Tony has like a 700-person family, so he's got a lot of better things to do than hang out with me. Sam Burns, one of my favorite people. His wife get along really well, and we hang out. But like, he lives in Louisiana. I don't see him that often at tournaments. You can only do so much. Colin Morikawa, literally everybody on the team is awesome to see him and get to hang out with them, because like, these are guys I really respect and enjoy being around. Any who? Oh, an animal? I'd be my dog, because my dog lives a much better life than I.
Okay, on a more serious note, as a rookie, do you feel like there's any more pressure for you being here compared to the guys who have kind of been and done this before?
Probably, but I'm going to spin it as we know no better and they better do well. So no, I'm going to go with no. Sure. I don't know. Maybe to win, I guess. I'd play so we could win.
Has there ever been conversation among the team, or even with yourself, fantasy golf situation?
I think we're been very focused on the 12 Americans beating the 12 internationals, so that hypothetical will have to stay hypothetical for a little while, at least till this week is done.
Maybe a follow-up on that would just be anybody on the American side that you really enjoy playing this week, and as hinders of that, the international
It's been really fun playing with Tony this week. I love Tony. We got along. He's crazy good at golf. I've played with him, Cam Young, and Colin Morikawa. I know Colin well, and we've hung out a lot, so I always enjoy his time. But getting to know Cam and hanging more with Tony has been cool. And then I want to play. I would like to at least, so Joe Scovern's one of my best friends. He's caddying for Tom this week. So I'd love to be in their group because he bleeds red, white, and blue, and he's got the international all of a sudden. So it's just funny. We can give him a lot of grief about that. He's been on all these teams so many times. So it's just funny giving him a little bit because he's, wearing the different clothes this week.
Max, do you agree with the idea that to sell professional golf is better than selfish?
I do not. I hear that a lot. Maybe sometimes with your time, but not in the I guess grand scheme of that word.
And can you go explain that a little bit? Like, what do you mean the grand scheme?
Selfish has like a negative connotation. I understand maybe you got to do your own thing at times, but something about the selfish thing, when I've heard some people say that, and I think that they mean that they can be I guess inconsiderate in a way to other people's time. I would still like it to be a team feel. If my caddy's dead tired or something, or if my coach wants to do X and I want to do something, I would like to at least consider all the options. I'm not saying that that's what everybody means by selfish, but sometimes that's how I hear it.
So you don't have to be a bad guy.
No, yeah. There's a lot of good guys that are great golfers. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.